God!
Whoa!
You there! Please help me!
What's going on?
I beg you, untie me! Thanks for untying me. Help me!
Tell me more about...
I was ambushed. They beat the...
Oh, be thanked.
True as that may be.
How about I take a look at... No. Didn't even hurt, did it?
Well, it all...
I'll help you, as a good Christian should.
God will repay if you have some spare boots and hose.
I'll give you some money. Buy what you need. Here you are. That's all I can spare.
Thank you so much. And God be with you.
God! Go!
Whoa.
Show me.
Look what I have for you.
Looking for something in there? Thief! Come. You thief! Those are my things. You better pay me compensation, you blackguard.
Easy. Let's talk about this.
You mangy thief. Give it back.
Fine then.
And don't think I won't. Excuse me.
It looks like nothing's missing.
God bless.
That's all. I have that document from the...
Excellent.
Well, judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
But don't forget about a straw, although that's something anyone...
Now shut.
Good.
What now? Did you hear me?
Sorry. I owe you my thank and maybe.
Don't tell me you've forgotten.
Don't worry.
Are you yanking my...
Not at all. But, besides, things are about to get really interesting.
Enough. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of this isn't any run-of-the-mill business.
Devilish? You guessed it. It's nothing less than high. And when I say I'll not...
Tell me more about it.
I suppose. Now, I want to make a golem out of dough.
Isn't that a kind of pie?
Henry, a golem can be made. Studying the... Greetings. Can it...
I have that document from the...
Excellent.
Oh, judging by...
But, although that's... Now,
What? Did you...
I owe... And... Don't worry.
You promised you'd get me...
I did. Besides...
I know. So this isn't a...
Devil it. You get... And... Nah.
Tell me more about...
I suppose. Now, I want...
That's a helper made of clay, which they say the Jewish scholars brought to life using the words of God's secret name.
Well, well. Seems that head of yours isn't just for ornament after all.
And how are you going to do that? Sounds more like a joke to me.
I'm deadly serious, Henry. Studying the Jewish cabals taught me just imagine carrying... You wouldn't be...
My word.
So far, it's just all in my... It's in the... It just... Look, I've no... All the...
So a golem, you say?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me?
You already know that you can learn the practical, but for a few groschen...
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
See now, I completely forgot. Here you go. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a salt...
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in...
Saltpeter is niter. That I know. They're white crystals, but I have no idea what you might need it for. Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel
Nothing of this. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for those white thanks to the ingredients from... But...
So you're serious?
Certainly.
How much salt?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent...
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you.
Well, you never know when an experience...
All right, then. I just hope you know where to look. And also that you'll get me into that wed...
Yes, Bonnie has a lead. But for you, the most important thing is that she...
So this Bonnie...
Bonnie is someone I trust with... Not only will she teach you how to find... The main difference...
Hold your horses. You want me to...
If you don't taste it, you could... Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can take... She'll tell you the rest. That's a secret storage...
How can I get to...
There's a bridge over the mill stream. From that path... Oh, and she's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on the other hand, Zedek might be holding his tongue for a while.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnek, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she...
Right, to the lair. That's all. Well...
Can't you just leave things the way they are?
I have to...
Let me give you some good advice. Try to get to know some...
What's new around?
Nothing much, lad.
You seem like a reasonably...
Where are you going?
Well, if you share them with me...
I'm glad you know what you're getting. Are you interested in...
That's a bit too far. Well, I'll be happy to...
I can't now.
Greetings to you.
Look what I have for you.
What was that noise? Woodcutters? Lord be with you.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit, and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our... what should we call you?
Henry's fine.
Well... that's not very... You know what? Did you...
Actually,
He's right.
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients for the magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense in. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of...
He did.
And what...
I'm curious to see what I got. I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life... So, if by some chance it looks like something's good... But that's enough of that. I'd like... But if you're in a hurry...
No.
You know what? Up when they caught Zeneg in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that I had to hide out here for a... Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zeneg and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth... So I'm glad the Millers finally found a You've got a beautiful dog.
Mutt.
What a cute fella.
Among the wolves. That is, I lost him, and then found him again in a wolf pack.
Well, I'll be... That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but...
He died.
He started getting... But what's done it? And what about you?
It's not important where I come from, but where I belong. And I belong to the family of scholars. I seek out the company of clever people who have something to say.
You must be pretty excited. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience. Like as if he's lived for hundreds of...
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that before you came, and before Zenek fucked up with the manuscript, we collected... It has to be scraped from the walls. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests. Just in case. Anyhow, now all the styes in the region are scraped clean and we're...
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6.
6 times? Will one...
I reckon so. If you're looking for it...
Certainly. You take it down...
That's right. But, like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait. Don't forget that, well...
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for light...
God's mysterious...
And he also wanted me to taste it.
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or...
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. A person who's digging holes.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And
the gravedigger Ignatius. I've already met him. He lives outside Troskovitz in the direction of Apollonia.
Aye.
So I'm in for a walk.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't...
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so... I'd bring him. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovit's butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, Henry.
What did you do before?
I got by any way I could.
You? A nun? Well...
Oh well. Different people have different fates.
Why do you work for them?
Because he pays well.
You mean...
And he doesn't ask.
What do you think about
You're another one of those that don't know if they should love him or hate. Crazel is his own man. Once you learn to get along with... But sometimes...
What do you know?
He's a pretty tough and...
So, I'd like to see some dead animals as model.
That's my...
How was the saltpeter collection and tasting again?
It was. Xena kept whining about it, but being a saltpeter... When you go and clean someone's sty, they don't pay much. We made a pretty decent...
What, by stealing?
Confiscating property for the greater glory of God. I hate the term.
Just like Crazel. Tell me something more about Xena.
He's Andy, that's for sure. To be honest, I don't care for Crazel's horseshit most of the time either. I do this job because it's fun. He does everything for his own good. Doesn't actually, he really pisses me off with his attitude. Dunga, for instance. What kind of a bloody awful name?
Oh, lovely. And what is...
Scruffy. Or Jan. He tries to be careful.
What is this lair place?
Crazel built a stall so all them honest, curious people in the mill, the likes of Hensel, wouldn't have to worry their little heads about what we're doing here.
You mean behind that boarded up door in the cliff?
We're definitely not doing anything there right now. Because of them, I told Xena to clean it up.
I'd like to learn...
There's no time.
Here you go. Take it.
You silly doggy.
Here, Mutt.
Here you go. Take it. Here you go. Take it. You silly nut.
Heal. Heal.
Sick 'em. Look what I have for you. Sick 'em.